Welcome. I'm AnnaJules, and this is Talk from the Heart. Today, we are going to be talking about 13 wishes. Now, 13 wishes, something I found out about just last year, and it's something that you start actually at solstice. So, for those of you that celebrate solstice, this might be something that is really in tune with your ebbs and flows. So, the practice is to look forward to the year ahead and make 13 wishes. Now, these 13 wishes can be as broad and cosmic, or as small and detailed as you would like to make them. They're 100% personalized. While I was making my wishes, I chose to write them down on a piece of paper, and I also chose to use the words my heart resonates with, and then use a statement for what my heart resonates with for my future. And so I have big hopes and dreams for 2026, as I'm sure you all do as well. But I really sat with this, and I'm sure you've done the same practice of reflecting and taking the time to know what your core values are, know what your hopes and dreams are. And this is a wonderful reflective practice that is an opportunity for you to also connect with your cosmic whole self. And so I did that, and I wrote down 13 wishes. And then every night, I take the time to pick one of the wishes. Now, I have put them in this little box, just happened to be handy, so whatever you have handy, it could be a jar or a bowl or something like that. And I will show you. I wanted to do this so you guys could see. So this is, I'll say, one of my wishes. It's just folded up so I can't see what it is anymore. This is another one. And so I have two left. So I want to tell you first what we're going to do. So the last thing that we're going to do, this is a culminating point, is that I'm going to pick one of these to burn. And that's my practice. There's other things you could do. You can return your wish to the earth, or you can use other methods to release it to the universe. And I say release it to the universe because the whole idea of 13 wishes is there's 12 nights of you, in my case, burning the wish and releasing it to the universe and telling the universe, okay, I'm trusting you to take care of this. And after the 12 nights, you will be left with one. And that one wish is the one that is for you to be involved in, for you to grow in this area, for you to build your conscious awareness, for you to celebrate as you grow and expand in that area. And the whole idea of, let's say, folding them up and making them so you can't see which one it is so that the universe is taking care of those 12 wishes, and you don't know which one is being picked for you. And I'm about to discover which one that is going to be. You're going to discover it with me. So, first of all, excuse me, I'm just going to pick out this one. And I'm just going to share this practice with you. And one of the reasons I do this is because when I first learned about certain ceremonies, or I saw things online, my instant reaction was, I can't do that. As in, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough, it's probably complicated or something like that. And one of my practices is to bring ceremony to life for you so that you can see that you can do it too, right? So I'm sure you have a piece of paper, I'm sure you have wishes, and then I also want to share. So I have had an interesting journey with burning paper. So at first, I took these wishes. They were just kind of folded up like this, and I'm just going to show you. I have my little safe area for burning, and this has got all the ashes of the other wishes in there. And I just started by, kind of getting a little flame and putting it in there, and it was like almost instantly would go out. I was like burning and burning and burning. It was taking a lot of effort and a lot of work. And I thought, this is so interesting. There must be a better way to do it. So then the next time, oh, sure enough, I scrunched it up, oh, really, really, really tight and twisty, whatever. It was terrible. It took a really long time to burn. Like I had to keep lighting it on fire over and over again. I'm like, okay, well, that's not it. And this was like part of the process for me, and I just love sharing it. But what I realized is that without looking, the best way to burn something is to open up. And I felt like, oh, there's so many levels to that for me to learn from, right? So if you are, for example, so fire, I think of as transition. A transition to action. It can be transmutation, transformation. It's change, right? And so if we want change to come to us easily, if we want change to flood through us without working hard at it, guess what? Just like the piece of paper, we just open up. So I'm gonna open up without really seeing this. Okay, you can kind of see what I'm doing here, because I know that I know what I want, right? I want honesty. Okay, I got my little flame here. Oh wait, I want you guys to be able to see it. Oh, how can I do that? Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna work. The whole technology and fire thing, right? Okay, hold on. I really want you guys to see. Okay, let's see. What if I just put it over here a little bit more? Okay. I'm working with you, you're working with me, right? Okay, you can see, right? Okay. All right, so I'm lighting it up and it's open. It's nice and open, but I'm not looking at it. And I'm so excited to release this one to the universe. I am literally so excited because the universe has done so much for me. And I don't want to burn my finger, so I put it in there. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, and it, just like that, so smooth. I'll just, oh, there's some, yes. Okay, so those are just like the remnants, some matches. Okay. Woo. Oh, I can feel it. I get really excited about, and every night for 12 nights I've been excited about it because I know what my wishes are. And they're so big. I mean, they are so expansive and they are so multidimensional. And already these nights I have felt such a cosmic support coming in for myself and my journey. And I've said over and over again that my dreams are, let's say, fully supported, fully financed, fully, like the path is fully open for all of my dream, right? Not just a part of it or not just the first step, the whole thing, right? There is enough for all of my dreams to come true. And I believe that for you too. I'm very excited for you to engage in that kind of dreaming, because for me, the last, I guess, 12, 24 days has been all about dreaming and releasing as like back and forth. So dreaming, releasing what's holding you back, releasing your fears, releasing your self-doubt, dreaming, releasing. It goes back and forth. And as we do that, we expand. So now, just want to straighten things up here since I moved it all. You're going to find out with me what's the last one. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, because why not? I'm an honest person. I don't know what this one says. I honestly do not know. And part of me, like even when I wrote down my 13 wishes, I was already in the state of releasing it to the universe to be embraced and provided for me. And so I don't even have in my head like what 13 options it could be. So I'm going to be just as excited and surprised as you are. And I also had no idea I was going to do this live. So you're going to hear and see my reaction. Oh, okay. I'm going to show it to you. Oh, can you see that? Okay, I'll read it to you. It says, my solar plexus resonates with being at the lake on the water. So, if you know me, you know that this is a wish, right? This is a big one. So I shared that I said my heart resonates. I guess I'm remembering now that also sometimes I wrote other parts of me resonate, like my solar plexus. Okay, down here. So my solar plexus resonates with being at the lake on the water. So what does this mean for me? This is a very um, it's very practical, and it's for me it's all about feeling worthy. So the journey that I am, let's say, engaging in already, I can sense that I'm like, yes, I'm excited about this. Yes, I'm ready to bring awareness and um, conscious journeying for this. Um, so, one of the things that comes instantly to my mind is all about being worthy. So, am I or do I feel I deserve this? So, being at the lake on the water, I don't know, maybe you guys could um, feel this way too, but like for me, it feels like a luxury, it feels like an extra. It feels like, you know, for the wealthy, or for somebody who wins the lottery, or like a bonus or something like that. So here's the question: do you feel like you deserve that? Do you think or feel that you deserve to be um, treated like royalty? To walk in the ways of having what, let's say, what your soul feels is wealth, right? And can you step into that? And I am excited to step into that, and I'm saying yes, I am worthy. I can already tell this is um, a perfect 13th wish for me to be involved with. So yay! Okay, and then just so you don't forget, maybe if you don't know, the idea is that you will keep this piece of paper with you, yeah, in your journal or in a special place, or carry it with you. I don't know, maybe I'll put it in my wallet or something like that. And the idea is that you um, journey the whole year with this wish, and then when winter solstice comes again, you can reflect back on how this has come to pass, how this has helped you to grow, um, and yeah, what lessons you've learned along the way. Yay! Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I hope this really just makes ceremony feel accessible to you. So, like I said, I'm sure you have, fire, a little piece of paper, something like this. This is something to do at winter solstice. Honestly, lots of ceremonies are either related to the seasons, let's say, of weather, or related to the seasons of your life. So feel free to engage in ceremony and even step into the idea that life is full of ceremony, and it's not always public. There are also private ceremonies. So this ceremony you could be doing 100% by yourself with no live camera, and just enjoying that rich reflection, enjoying that rich personal journey that you have. You could also, share it and get together with others and discover what their things are. That's a choice, right? So there are ceremonies that are private, and there are ceremonies that are public, and by public I mean in community, because part of the ceremony at times is about having a witness or being observed going through that transition or that ceremony. So I also wanted to share a little bit about ceremony as a teacher. So one of the things that came through for me, and maybe for you too, is that I had a block because of religious upbringing, because of even kind of the overlays of society and expectations. I had a block to engaging in ceremony because I felt that um, either it wasn't true to me, it didn't belong to me, it didn't resonate with me, it was about dominating or following something that's sort of like a prescription, like a recipe. You have to do this, 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 and this. And I didn't feel connected to the spirit of ceremony. So now that ceremony basically has called out to me and said, I'm going to be your teacher, my connection with ceremony is one to one. It's direct, right? And my direct connection with ceremony means that there isn't some kind of religious overlay or other people's beliefs or systems or recipes. And so I encourage you, if you're interested in something like this and you feel like there's an opportunity for you to feel more supported in the important moments and transitions of your life, because I feel like that's all we have is important moments and then transitions to important moments, right? That's like the whole thing. So there's always an opportunity for ceremony. But if you're feeling like maybe you're feeling unsupported, maybe you're wishing, let's say, your family stepped in more or that you belong to a community that helped you more. My personal experience with ceremony is that you actually don't need other people to do anything for you. You can do it for yourself. So you can step into ceremony and feel supported when there's literally nobody else there. And that is magical. And one of the things is listening to your heart, listening to your inner voice, and saying, yeah, I am, going to go for that walk and reflect on nature. Maybe it's very rainy out and nobody else is going for a walk, but you're like, I just feel the need to be drenched and soaked and, in a way, go through my own, let's say, water ceremony. Perhaps you have a feeling that you want to build something out of wood and then burn it. And it could be that you want to burn the wood, but it could be that you want to put something in there. You want to put in something that's old that you're releasing. And you were like, no, I want to create that supportive structure out of wood and then write down the things that I'm letting go of, that I'm releasing, and that I'm done with, that I'm saying goodbye to, that I'm stepping out of, and I refuse to be stuck with anymore. Putting those things and creating a fire and having it all burn away. These are ceremonies that you can engage in at the moments that it's right for you. The other thing is that I have um, felt drawn to do is to actually build an altar. So for me, the word altar has like it felt so scary. I was like, oh, maybe it's like the religious background on one side, and then it's like something dangerous and scary sort of on the other side. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. But I just want to let you know that how I engaged with creating an altar was to recognize. So, for many years, I've been an elementary teacher. And I wanted to recognize the time that I spent with my students and build that year-long relationship with them. I wanted to have it come to an end that was healthy and recognized for me, and that I didn't bring all of those past students on with me to the next year, and possibly feel overwhelmed in my heart space by carrying so many students over so many years. So, really learning how to create boundaries and how to create clear, lived transitions for myself was to make an altar. So, as an elementary teacher, I received lots of cards and gifts and little crafts and all kinds of things the kids are really amazing and their parents too. And so I would just gather those things up and I put them on display. For me, the school year ends at the end of June. So I put them on display in June, feeling that month of closing, that month of so many aha moments for the students, so many, yay, I finally got it. And all of those things happen naturally within the school year. And so at the end, when I would say, let's say goodbye to my students, clean up the classroom, and do all that, and my altar was at home, then I would do the same thing with the altar at home. And that was a personal reflection time for me to say, like I celebrate the times that we had together. I celebrate the learning that happened. I celebrate the connection. Many of these students, I will recall for years to come with fondness. And yet my heart knows that that chapter is closing because I went through that ceremony. And so these are the supports that ceremony can bring for us, to us. And this is like, very specific to my situation, what I'm sharing with you. And I also know that ceremony as a teacher can speak to you in whatever you're going through, whatever your career is, whatever your family life is. It's really important to know that it's a connection from your heart, right? So, and a ceremony can take a minute, or it can take a day, it can take a week, it can take a year. Ceremony expands and contracts just as you need it to. So it's there to hold you, it's there to support you, it's there to bring life, it's also there to bring closure. So we often think of ceremony for, let's say, the big moments in our lives, like when someone is born, when someone passes away, if someone gets married or graduates, or there's all kinds of big moments. And so, and there can be a lot of pressure. Honestly, society puts a lot of pressure on those moments. And one of the ways you can embrace ceremony is by stretching that out, so that graduation is not only about, let's say, I don't know, let's say June 28th or something like that one afternoon at 3 p.m., it can be a more broad experience, and one where you recognize that that's a transition. Well, for many people, for let's say high school graduation or post-secondary graduation is a transition from schooling to not schooling, and that can stretch, right? That ceremony can hold you during that transition of saying goodbye to school and saying hello to whatever your next step is. So ceremony is there to support us. It's there, it's flexible, it's loving, it's personal, and it's something, like I said, you can do on your own that is very, very powerful. So some people create altars also with other items. So you might want to create something that has items from nature or crystals, some articles that are important to you, plants, rocks, the earth, a candle to represent fire. I often include a bowl of water because I am water. All of these elements together are part of, and it's almost like the choices that you make. The choices that you make are part of building that ceremony. And so, building something, creating something, and then also the taking down of the altar, the putting away of the items, the returning things to the earth or to their place, or letting go and saying, now I'm done with this. I'm letting go of the emotional ties to, could be an item, a photograph, or a memory. All of those things are part of kind of like keeping your aura clean, right? So ceremony can help us feel light and also can help us with boundaries, right? So This is really close to my heart, and I just wanted to share that I have a Patreon account, and there's a free membership. You guys are all welcome to join. In that free membership, you'll gain access to many articles, video articles, writing and stuff, all about ceremony. And what I love about this, many of them will show um, something very specific to a certain time in my life. And I want to keep adding to that, so that you can see how ceremony looks, let's say, in a real person's life, where it's not Pinterest, it's not perfect, but it is me. And I invite you to engage in ceremony in little ways and big ways that feel right, and know that you can be the creator of your ceremony, right? That is where a lot of that power comes from when we step into um, being the initiator, being the leader, being the creator. That's where your sovereign power is, right? So stand in your power, stand in your sovereignty, engage in that ceremony without needing, let's say, anybody else's expectations or roles or recipes, and know that ceremony can meet you in this space. So, with that, I want to just encourage you to share if you've experienced a ceremony. I'd love to hear it in the comments. And one of the things that's sort of like the foundation and the mission of Talk from the Heart is for you to engage also in these conversations, talking about ceremony with others. So, other people in your life, your family, your friends, and just breaking out of that discomfort or the expectations for us to talk about, let's say, the things that we always talk about, and not maybe the most important things, the things of the heart. So I encourage you to share these experiences with others and find how that builds up the whole community, right? Our shared experiences with ceremony and how we feel supported. So I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love for you to check out my Patreon, the free series on ceremony, and I would love for you to share from the heart, and let's keep doing it together. Thank you. Much love.